Where does faith fit into fashion? Does faith fit into fashion? Is there any faith or freedom element in fashion? And if you are a man or a woman of faith, is it right? Is it good? Is it noble? Is it praiseworthy to dress up and to love fashion and to wear red lipstick? Well, the short answer, as far as I'm concerned, is that is a total non-issue. It's a question that's completely irrelevant. My name is Linda Potgieter. I'm the founder and chief exec of Linda Page, a global fashion brand that empowers and equips men and women to get up, dress up, and be a bold light on a hill. Why? Well, from a faith perspective, because there are people who are hurting out there. There are children and men and women dying and being enslaved out there. There are people who need a kind of an encouraging word out there. And when we get up, dress up, and we are a bold light on a hill, we catch someone's eye and we catch the opportunity to encourage them and to love on them and to connect with them. Fashion is an eye catcher, conversation starter, and a relationship builder. So as far as I'm concerned, the people asking the question, is faith, where does faith fit into fashion? It's just a total non-issue. It's just a no-brainer. How do I know that? Well, I studied fashion in one place, in the scriptures. I have been studying fashion in the scriptures, and there is scripture after evidence, after verse, after confirmation, after proclamation, after declaration, and then some, about how our creator, the creator of the heavens and of the earth and of the whole universe, he is the original fashion designer. He is the high-end designer. He was the first to clothe Adam and Eve. We have spent the better part of the last 1.5 to 2 years of the 3 years that we have been working in this environment, Linda Page, to bring the message that there is no question to be asked. Is there faith in fashion? The original designer, the creator of all things, is the designer, and he cares about what we wear. And by the way, what you wear shows how much you care about yourself and about others. Let's go to the scriptures. Love your neighbor as yourself, right? So that means you've got to know how to love yourself well first, and then love your neighbor. Otherwise, you can't love your neighbor well until you love yourself well. What does that look like? Well, we can't just be good on the inside and shabby and sloppy and our tacky-tracky on the outside. It doesn't line up. It's not trustworthy. If you say one thing, but you walk or you talk or you dress in a different way, it doesn't line up. It's not trustworthy. And we need to be authentic. We need to be trusted advisors, trusted people. This world is begging and reaching and praying out for trustworthiness, for connection, for intimacy. Our purpose on this earth is to connect. And God has given us endless resources and tools with which to do that. One of them is fashion. Fashion is an eye catcher. These beautiful earrings from Complot, my favorite jeweler, thanks to Katie Bromley and Kim at Kudos PR in London. These are eye catchers. When I go somewhere with a plain white vest on and I've got black skinnies on and some white tennis shoes, just this is an eye catcher. So it's a conversation starter. I'll have 6 or 7 people stop me, men included, say, wow, where did you get those earrings? So a conversation begins and a relationship is fired up. That is one of the reasons why fashion is a resource for us from the heavens above. The Bible is full, absolutely overflowing with scriptures about clothing. And I encourage you, if you haven't yet, to get our recently published book that was released in 2018, Spirit of Beauty. Faith, fashion, and freedom collide. There is no question to be answered. It's the wrong question. The wrong question is there an element of faith, or where does faith fit into fashion? No, that's not the question. There are other questions to be asked, such as, are we walking in true faith by using the vehicle, the gift that is fashion that was given to us? Are we fulfilling what we say we want to do and influence the world and love on people by dressing well to catch their eye, catch their attention, and connect with their hearts? Are we investing in understanding and learning about clothing, about textile, about money and time, and how we are given this gift to connect? And if you're not, I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to encourage you. Spend some time. I cannot tell you the biggest excuse, not a reason, the biggest excuse I've ever heard with all the men and women, beautiful men and women that I've worked with in the years, is that I don't have time. We all have 24 hours in a day. I know women with 15 kids, 8 kids, 4 kids. I have 2 currently, and we all have the same time. The only difference between me or somebody else who dresses well, that you think dresses up and gets it right, and there is no right, by the way, is What you put in, you put out. If you're a woman or a man of faith, you believe in sowing and reaping, right? So you don't put in time or money or investment of yourself to learn fashion, to study your personal style, to establish your personal style, and yet you expect to dress well and to look good and feel good. It doesn't work that way, friend. What you put in is what you get out. What you sow, you will reap. And I've got beautiful friends who say to me, Linda, you always just look so well put together. Well, why do you think that is? I invest the time. When I have 15 minutes and I just want some downtime, you know what my downtime is? It's fashion. Or my downtime is reading a book about I do something every single day, except on my rest days. 6 days out of 7, every week, I do something that challenges myself, even a little bit. Like, do I know about this? What can I learn? Wow, how am I applying that? Is that for me? How does that work in my family? How does that sit on my shoulders? This concept of leadership, what does it look like in wardrobe? What does it look like in my finances? How am I parenting this every single day? So I want to encourage you, when it comes to faith and fashion, the question is, are you applying your faith through fashion? That is the question. You need to answer that question for yourself. So this book at www.lindapage.com is full of some of my favorite scriptures. God was the original designer. He took sheepskin and clothed Adam and Eve. Why? Because clothing has a purpose. He didn't do something else. He clothed them, right? So there is a purpose in clothing. It's to give us warmth and protection, to keep us from nakedness and coldness and from humiliation and shame. It's also to connect us. He connected Adam and Eve through the same clothing. And he wrapped them with his love. His love is in his clothing. It's in his textile. And he is the creator of all things. And we need to go to creation for our inspiration. If you're not sure if blue will go with white, have a look at the sky. The white clouds, i.e. white clouds, and the blue sky, yes, it goes. Add a dash of red, because when the sun sets, there's still blue and white around. And the sun, creation is my inspiration for everything that I wear. I don't know about... I am one of those people who was many times confused with, am I a summer, am I a winter, am I all those things, like what season am I now, and when does it change as to how old I get and my age now, and it's confusing. So in this book you will find something called 123 Color Me, something that I came up with, which is based on my latest Rock the Rainbow tagline, which is all about look to creation for inspiration. Do you know that in Job 38 it talks about God says, when he's talking to Job, he says, where were you? Remember that whole conversation he has? Where were you when the sea burst forth as if a baby from the womb? And he says, I created the clouds as its blanket and the black sky as its swaddling belt. So he created the clouds and the black sky as its swaddling blanket and its girdle. Like he speaks about the sea like a baby. Everything is clothed, everything is presented, everything is wrapped. And so we need to just understand. You just look at the royal priests. I'm not going into this detail now because it is all in here, and it is in our 123 Style Me, the 10 Steps to Style Success. Has special features. Our video online coaching course has a few special features of faith and fashion. And we'll have more coming out in 2019. But the most powerful ones are in here. If you're asking yourself, is there faith in fashion? Should I dress up? Is it wrong? You are deceived. There are people who are scared of your beauty. There are people who are scared of your male beauty. There are people who will put that down, shove that down, and suppress that and oppress you and make you feel like wearing red lipstick makes you a harlot. It is a lie from the pit of hell. You are designed to stand out. You are set apart. You are not designed to blend in and hide in the shadows. Nor are you designed to stand out and be set apart just for you so you can look good. That is not the purpose of fashion either. Fashion is to connect us. One of the many vehicles that God has given us to have fun with. It is a Ferrari. Get in or make it a pink Mini, whatever you like. But play. The order of the day is play. There is so much in the Bible about why God cares about what we wear and how it makes a difference to who we are. And as ambassadors of Him and of our family and our business and ourselves and of our children, that what we wear does truly matter. Dress to connect, friend. Stop asking yourself, where is the faith in fashion? You're deceived. Step out of that deception and step into, how am I applying my faith in fashion? Because faith is in fashion. How? Because God is the original fashion designer. He is the author of color. He is the creator of the rainbow. And he would not, as far as I'm concerned, give us a rainbow if we only wore, if you were told you only have to wear navy and white and gray, and those are your colors. And I'm restricted to blue and white. I might die. I might die inside, because color for me, we are wired for love. We are wired for color. How do I know? Well, creation is the answer for everything, because the Creator gave us this blueprint, a blueprint for love, a blueprint, red for love, by the way. Red is a powerful color. It will give you confidence. It will empower you. It will catch someone's eye, and you catch the opportunity to be kind to that person, because you and I know that we all could do with some kindness. Fashion is a vehicle for us to be kind. It's a vehicle for us to get that job. It's a vehicle for us to get that promotion. It's a vehicle for us on that date that might lead to marriage. So friend, do yourself a favor. In 2019, I'm putting this book on special for an entire 12 months. There is no question about faith in fashion. The question to you is, are you applying your faith through fashion? Or are you one of those people who uses it as an excuse to say, well, I'm happy in my yoga kit and that's who I am and love it or leave it? Really? Okay, well, that's fine. You're limiting your influence. You're limiting your finances. You're limiting your income. You're limiting your opportunities to meet people. Fact, go and do the research. That's if you have time. I'm going to leave you with this. Faith is at the very center of fashion, and it should bring you freedom. And if it's not, join us at www.lindapage.com, and let's get up and dress up and be the bold light on a hill that we are called to be, because people need you and I to be kind, to be well positioned, to be confident, and to be loving. Dress to connect. That is our purpose. That is a matter of faith.